Hey up YouTubers, Simon B here, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping safe out there. Bit of a short video this week. Been over the Isle of Man a couple of weeks ago. Been riding this pretty hard. Since I've had it, it's been on the floor a few times and some things get a little bit damaged. The grips are getting a little bit worn, a little bit hard and stuff like that. So I thought, oh well, I'll put a new set of grips on it. I thought I'd just bring you lot along because there'll be somebody out there that's possibly got one of these, wants a new set of grips on it. They are dead easy to do, but and I'm not trying to tell you how to suck eggs. They're the lock grip ones, but there's a little bit of jiggery pokery you need to do on them. One side's dead easy, all you do is untighten it, take it off, put a new one on and tighten it back up again. The throttle side's a little bit intricate. So if you want to know how to fit a set of grips on your KTM, or it could be on a Husqvarna, it could be on a Beta, it could be anything, even trials bike, etc. These lock-on grips, as they say, stick around and stay tuned.
Like and subscribe.
I'm not trying to tell people how to suck eggs here, because there's people going, it's dead easy. Yes, they are. I know that. But like I said, there'll be some people out there that just started green laning, probably got a bike like this, they've got some crap grips on their bike, and want to change them and just don't know how to. No point in going down to your local garage or doing something like this. You can if you want, but you're gonna pay an hour's work, aren't you? Not many tools needed for this job. 6mm to get the bolt out for the hand guards. You need a 3mm. 3mm for the bolt on the left hand side grip. 8mm T-bar to get into the throttle assembly. Need probably a little bit of grease, a little bit of something. You might as well grease inside and grease your throttle tube while you're at it. So nothing major. Don't forget gloves, keep yourself clean. So we'll start with the easy side first, which is left. Undo. Look a bit bent. I need more than a 6mm on this side. It looks a bit bent. Just going to need to undo. Might have to take that off while we're at it. Straighten it up a bit. Always have something about to put all your bolts and stuff in. Put them on the floor, put them anywhere, and you forget where they're at. Left hand side off. Undo the bolt on it. No idea why it's a T. Is that one? The grip's a bit knackered, and I don't really like them. They're a bit uncomfortable, them ones. But you're all thinking, oh, you can't put that on there, can you? No, you can't. Because the problem is, if you have got hand guards on, you need to drill the end to get the bolt in the end. So we'll just do that then now, shall we? I should have drilled them before I started. I'm not going to show you how to drill a 13mm hole in the end of a grip. Now, it seems a little bit crude when you pay 20 odd quid for these grips and you go and drill holes in them. If you haven't got full wraparound hand guards, you don't need to put the hole in the end. You can leave them on and put them up to the end of the handlebar. Not an issue. But if you're running wraparound hand guards, you need to cut open the end. People will say, well, why don't we do that anyway? Well, it's only a little bit of rubber, a little bit of hard rubber at the end. On the left hand side, you don't need to cut too much out of it, because all it needs to do is to sit up against the handlebar itself. But the throttle side, you need to cut out enough for the bar to come through and for it to run freely for the throttle, because you need that little gap between your throttle and your wraparound guard. So just remember that. You don't have to glue these on, because they've got like a gripper on them with a bolt on them. So they just go on there. These are 3mm, 5Nm. Click, and that's them on. What we need to do next is to put this back on. It seems to have bent, so I just need to straighten that up a bit, really. This is the sort of thing you find when you take these things to bits, because you've bent them and done everything, and you've bent them, fallen off, and as soon as you take them apart, it goes bing, and it all springs back again. But this just needs a bit in there. Because they're only aluminium, you can do this with it. So hopefully, yeah, that's better there. before you start tightening it all up is just to run that in there, get a few threads on it, and then we need to tighten that one down. So once that's tight, you can go down and tighten everything else. Now the main reason you have full wraparound guards is basically to protect your levers. That's all they're there for. That's a new grip fitting on the left hand side. Hopefully the other side will be a bit easier. Now this side can get a little bit difficult if you let it, but don't let it because it can get a little bit confusing. So we need the hand guard completely off. Hopefully this one, I don't think it's been down on this side very much. I'm saying that it's a bit damaged is that side. It's not all gonna pop everywhere and need rebending. No, it's gonna be alright this one. If you don't have wraparound hand guards, this job is so much easier. So what we need to do now is just to undo this housing where the throttle is, because what we need to make sure is that that throttle there that's doing that, when we put the new grip on it, it's going to be exactly the same. These things are only 5 Newton meter tight. Rubber there holds most of it together, so there's no springs that's going to pop out and do stuff. So don't be frightened of this bit, because the that springiness is down there. 2 bolts out. So yeah, this comes apart in 2 pieces. Take it apart, it's not a problem. And then inside, here, come and have a look at this. So I've taken the housing off, which is the two bits that hold the throttle together on the handlebars. We're now going to take off the cables off this throttle. All this tube does is run on your handlebars, so you've got to keep that half decently lubed. So you do that every 3 or 4 months, take it to bits and clean it up. I'm going to put a little bit of grease and stuff on here to make sure all these cables are all okay. Just check that they're not frayed and not damaged in any way, and then I'll show you these different there's different throttle connections that come with the grip set depending on what sort of bike you've got. So we'll go through that in a sec. So we'll get these off now. There's only one way these throttle cables come off, and on the end you're left with this. Bit of luck is that the one that comes with it is for a 4-stroke. Now in the box there's open the box, there's 7 cams inside it, and all these cams are all different shaped. That one says for 2 strokes, but luckily the standard one that comes with the new grip is the same as the old grip. You just need to remove the plastic on the inside that's level with the inside. With the plastic on the inside and level with the inside. No, you've got to remove the plastic on the inside so it won't affect the throttle when it's used. Better. It seems barbaric, really. Brand new pair of grips, and you take a Stanley knife to them. The first time when I did it, I thought, nah, you can't be doing that, can we? A little bit of trial and error. The big question is now, what lubrication do you put underneath here? I've heard loads of different things. People say one of the best things to use is a chain lube. Now, I've used that. It can get a little bit sticky, so it's I don't know. I use a little bit of GT85, which is quite good. It's got it's got PTFE in it, so it slips quite well. So I don't know. Comment down below what you use to lube your throttle tube. No, the old GT85, because it's got, you know, it's a multi-purpose spray and it's got PTFE in it. You buy it from Aldi, it's about £1.69 a tin. It's actually better than WD, because WD doesn't lubricate. It does slightly, but then it evaporates and then it starts rusting again. You start using this, and it's quite good at cleaning as well. It's GT85. You put it on your mountain bike before you go out riding, dirt doesn't stick to it because it's got PTFE in it. It's brilliant. While we're here, the cable's a little bit of a lube. One of the things you have to remember is which way the cables went in, because I've just completely forgot again. If you give inside here a little bit of a clean, bit of brake cleaner, I've got rid of all the contaminants. I'm just going to put a little bit of lube inside there, and hopefully that'll help everything stay lubed. So as you're putting it back together, just keep checking that, that the throttle still works. You don't want to put it all the way back together and end up it not working very well and things don't happen, and you only have to go back to square one. Beautiful. So just on this side, show you. You're recording, aren't we? There we go. There you go. You just see that it's proud just slightly, and that's what is going to help it not interfere. So just make sure you've got that in, because when you put it back together and tighten it all up, and that doesn't have the free play like it has now, you're going to be in trouble, and you're going to be out on the lanes or wherever. You're going to go like that with it, and it's not going to go back, and you're going to end up in bother. So just make sure that that's there, but we'll do all that when we put the guard back on. 5 Newton meters, not dead tight, don't need it massively tight. So stick this back on. So as you can see there now, we've got the gap. That could probably come out a little bit, but when we tighten that up against that washer of the grip, it's not going to interfere with, because that's there. Yeah, just make sure you've done that. All these free tips there. Horse it up. Some people run them loose. I found if you run them loose, they end up snapping levers. So that's the guard back on. That's the new grips back on. Just make sure it still does that. Tighten them up to 5 Newton meters. Click, and that's it done. Easy as that. But yeah, it's it can be a little bit daunting. How do these fit? So that's how you do it. It's like your YouTubers. If you've got yourself an off-road bike and you were wondering how to change your grips, the easiest way you can. A little bit daunting. I can remember the first time I did mine and thought, how do these go on here? Well, you know, what do I need to do? So a few tips and a few hints for you. People out there going, I don't need to know this. Well, that's fine. But like I said before, there's people out there. We didn't come out of the womb knowing all this, do we? We all got to learn. If you thought that was helpful and you thought that was okay, please give us a big thumbs up. Yeah, second week in September, Sunday, we were in Isle of Man last weekend. Glorious weather. You've seen the video. I'll stick it up there. Go and have a look at it. Any questions, anything you'd like to know, please comment down below. Thumbs up, thank you. If you like this sort of content, you thought it was okay, there's a button down there for that. Subscribe, ring that bell. Every time I upload a video, you'll get a notification. The guys from Nice CNC have been in touch. Got some gear to put on the BMW RS for that. So there'll be a video coming soon for that sort of stuff if you fancy that. There'll be an update regarding the RS bars, which we haven't done yet. We need to do that. And hopefully before you see this video, the winner video for the 5-inch CarPlay will be announced. Do apologise that we haven't done it yet, but I've been busy doing a bit of groundwork around the house, and you know, other things come in priority. So if you're riding out there, don't forget, ride safe, be safe, keep safe, and as they say, we'll see you soon.
Like and subscribe.